All right, so now we just got done talking about our triangle basics. Now we're going to talk about the first theorem, the angle sum theorem. Now, you already know this, you just didn't call it the angle sum theorem. And you did it with numbers, you didn't do it with letters. So that's the only real difference. There's not really a lot that's different than what you did before. You're just having to kind of algebra it up a little bit, okay? So the angle sum theorem says that the sum of the three interior angles in a triangle is always 180 degrees, okay? So that means all of the inside angles add up to 180. Now, so we have angle A, angle B, and then I called this one angle ACB. Why did I do that? Well, the reason I did that is because angle ACD, as we learned in the last video, I could have two possible angles that I could call angle C. I could have angle ACB or angle ACD. And because of that, I need to be prepared to answer, to figure out which one it is. So I have angle A, which doesn't need anything else. We could technically call it CAB or BAC. I have angle B, which we could call ABC or CBA. And then I've got angle ACB, specifically the one on the inside. Okay? All three of these angles have to add up to 180. So what am I going to do? So let's talk about this first one. Okay, so I want to talk to you also about some markings that you might see in triangles. So first of all, do you see how these two have the same, have like one little angle marker? That means that they are the same. So let's kind of pull this down here and let's look at it. So I have 94 plus these two things that are the same. How am I going to figure out what I have? Well, these symbols here mean that these are congruent. You might also see them like that. So like if I have one angle, so like for example, let's pretend that I had one angle that was the same and I had one that was different. They would have like, it's hard to explain, but the number of little arcs tells you which ones they're congruent to. And I can show you more examples of that when we get back into class. Hold on one second, please. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what I was saying because I got interrupted and something sparkled, but these two are the same. So if I take, so something plus the same thing plus 94 should equal to 180. Well, I have 2 x's plus 94 should equal 180 because I don't know what this is, right? Okay, so if I solve this equation, I subtract 94 from both sides. I don't know what that is, so 180 minus 94 is 86. Okay, so and then if I divide that by 2, 86 divided by 2 is 43. So I know that this is a triangle, and I know that this is a triangle. I can prove that this is a triangle because all of the angles inside add up to 180. And I can prove that to myself right now by saying, okay, well, 43 plus 94 equals 180. So I know that I've both done the work right, and I've proven that this is a triangle. Okay, so that's one symbol you might see. So you might see like that, showing that these two angles are the same. And like, let's say we're doing this, you might also see something like that, showing that those two angles are the same. Okay? Now, the next symbol you might see, you already know this guy, this is our right angle. So our right angle is always worth 90 degrees. Okay, well for this one, 32 plus 90 plus something, x, should equal to 180. Well, 32 plus 90 is, okay, 32 plus 90 is 122. If I subtract 122, I get x equals 58. So my missing angle here is 58. Okay? Now, that's how we did it with numbers. And you did that like back in 6th grade. Now we're going to talk about how we do it in algebra, and I'm going to take a little bit more space for this. Okay, so I have 3 angles in here, and I don't know what they're worth. They're worth x. Okay, so I have x plus 5 plus x plus 2x minus 3 should add up to 180 degrees. Okay. Is that minus? Oh, I'm sorry, this should be minus 5, my bad. X minus 5, I don't know what happened there. Okay, I'm glad I caught it early. Okay, so x minus 5 plus x plus 2x minus 3. Well, then I'm going to combine like terms. I'm going to add in my invisible ones. I have 1, 2, 4 x's. Negative 5 and negative 3 makes negative 8 equals 180. And then I just solve it. I add 8 to both sides. 4x equals 188. I divide by 4. And that gives me x equals 47 degrees. Well, no, x doesn't equal, x equals 47. Now, that only tells me what one of these angles is, right? So this one is 47 degrees. Now, this one is x minus 5. That's 47 minus 5, which is 42 degrees. Okay? 2x minus 3 is, this one is 2 times 47 minus 3. 2 times 47 is 94, minus 3 is 91 degrees. So in order for us to figure out what the rest of the measurements are, I have to plug them back in. Sometimes they give me x, sometimes they don't give me just a plain old x. Sometimes everything is an expression. Okay? This is the triangle, this is the angle sum theorem. And so you are expected to know how to do this when you get to geometry.